Okay, so aside from just typing in notes onto various pages within our OneNote notebook, we can also add links, file attachments. We can even print out documents on the pages as if it were paper that we printed on off of a printer. So the first one I'm going to do for you is going to be the printout. And what I'll do here is I'm going to click on page 3 here. And I'm going to get rid of a few of these things first. Get rid of that. All right, so, got a couple more here. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to put our cursor there. All right, so this is going to be a Microsoft Word document that we want to just kind of print out on this page, okay? So the first thing we'll do is we'll go over here to Insert. We'll go to File, Printout. And we'll scroll down here a bit here and we'll find one here called The Beach. We'll go ahead and double click that. A few seconds, boom, there it is. Now this is not linked. I mean, this is actually a copy printed out on a page. Okay, so that's what you're seeing there. It goes on for a few pages there, but it's pretty cool how all those pages are defined as regular looking pages, but all of them are on this one single page within OneNote. Now a copy of the file is also here represented by this icon, so you can actually double click onto that, all right, hit OK, and it will open up in Microsoft Word, and you can work from there as well. The big thing would be is if you make changes here, it's not going to change the background there. And this file, either this one or what you see here, is a copy of what we have out on our system. So if we make any changes to this, if we go in here and do anything to it, and what I mean by that is making changes to the original that were on the computer, it will not automatically update here. And by the way, you can't go in here and do anything to this. This is just kind of like a picture almost, right? But you can open this one up by double clicking it, hitting OK, and there it is. But that is not coming from my computer. That's actually just a copy of a file, which is this one right here. So this thing here that I just double clicked and hit OK, that's what this is. But this is not linked to where it came from originally. All right. Okay, let me do that again, and this time I'm going to do it with a spreadsheet. So I'm going to go ahead and just give myself a new sheet of paper here. I'll just go down to the spot right here. We'll go back into File, Printout, and then we'll go find this time. Okay, we'll just do this one here. In a few seconds. There it is, and there's the sheet 1, there's sheet 2, so we got like 4 sheets that were printed, so, or that were in there, so it's printing out all 4 of those. Again, this is not linked. This right now is a copy of what I brought in from the outside. So if I double click that, and then hit OK, there it is. This is the actual file here, but it's this, what you're looking at is actually this here and not the original from where this came from. That's my point. All right, let me show you another option we have here. I'm going to go ahead and get myself another new sheet here. Oh, let me do that there. Okay, there we go. All right, now this time I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to do a file attachment. Okay, so, and this is going to be very similar to what we saw on this page. It's going to give us like one of these things here. All right, so I just go back and I do file attachment. I find the file. I'll just pick this one again. And if I just say attach file, that's what we get. Again, this is not linked. I mean, this is a new copy. This is a copy of the file that's originally on my system, but now it's on a page in OneNote. And I can go in there, I can double click that, hit OK, opens right up. All right, so that's one. Now we're going to do another attachment, so I'm going to click on that again, and I'll do the same file there. And this time, instead of attaching a file, I'm going to insert the spreadsheet. All right, so I click on Insert Spreadsheet, and there we go. All right, so now as we scroll down, there's the first sheet, the second, the third, the fourth, and we can actually go in there and edit if we wanted to. So this is, once again, a copy of what we have on our system. And if you wanted to edit, all you'd have to do is just kind of click on it here. There it is. So opens up in Excel, and you can make your changes and then, automatically update and so forth. And let me show you a third way as well here. I'm going to get myself another new page. Oh, there we go. I'll go back into File Attachment, and I'm going to do the same file again just so we can keep it consistent. But now look at this. It has on here Insert, Chart, or Table. So I click onto that. And then it asks me which sheets I want to see. Now I've got 4 sheets in that file, as you remember. If I just wanted maybe the first and the third, I can do something like that. Or if I wanted them all, I just click onto that. And I'm just going to do that one, but just keep in mind you can limit it when it comes to Excel. So I'll go ahead here and hit OK. Then a few seconds. And there it is. So you can see this. Really no different. The only difference is here is that we told that we wanted to see everything. Now, the difference would have been if I would have picked maybe just the first quarter or the last quarter. Let me just do that again just so you see that. Because I wanted to show you the differences here. So we'll go back in there again. Okay. So I'll go back at File Attachment. Find the file, all right, and then Insert Chart or Title, and then you're given this, and see if I would have said I just want to see sheet 4, all right, hit OK on that, and there we go. And sheet 4 was the 4th quarter, and as you can see here, that's the ending of the 4th quarter, but nothing else in there, okay, so it's just that one. All right, so now another one we have is what we call the link, and I'll go ahead again, get just a new sheet of paper just so we have something fresh to work off of. Now, when you click on the link, now this is going to allow me to set up links within my OneNote notebook or outside of it in another notebook, or to a file, or even to a internet website web page. So I'll show you all of them here. So the first one, real simple one, let's say I just want to kind of jump to another part of my notebook here, okay, by clicking onto something here. So I'll just say here, for the text to display, I'll say something like, click here to jump, or something, whatever you'd have for text, right? And what I wanted to do is I wanted to jump to my computer software training notebook, this one right here. So I'll click onto that, and then I can specify where I want it to go to. So let's just say I want it to jump to Alpha, and more specifically page 2, all right, of Alpha. So I'll go ahead and hit OK, and there it is. So later on, all I have to do is click on to jump here, and that jumps me to Alpha, page 2. And there we are. That's pretty cool. So here's another one. I'll just get myself a new spot here. I'll just double click there. And then I'm going to go back into link. And we're going to link to a file that's on my system, okay? And the advantage of this, keep in mind, is that when you click the link from here, it opens up the file, and you're actually working with the file that is on your system, right? So you don't have to worry about having like 2 different versions, okay? So this would be an alternative, I think a better alternative, if that's what you want to do, is keep that link going, right? So, and be able to, make the changes and have it change directly on your files there. So I'm going to go back up here where it says text to display, and I'm going to put something like the budget. All right, so we got a budget spreadsheet or something, right? Now, how do we get to it? Well, instead of going down here like we did for that first one, we're going to tell it here, we're going to click on our little browse for file button, all right? And then I'm just going to go maybe up a level here, go into maybe format. We'll say hide row column, open that one up, or link to that one, I should say. And then once I've done that, just go ahead and hit OK. And there's the budget, all right? So now I'm going to go ahead and click onto that. And see, this is telling me that I'm actually opening up a file on the outside, right? And I'll say yes, because I'm very trusting. There it is. So now what you're looking at here is the actual file that's on my system. All right, it's not a copy of. So this is a great way, when you're using OneNote, you happen across a page of something that you need to update. Here you can just kind of click onto it there, and it opens it up, and it's opening up the original one that you have on your system. All right, pretty cool. All right, so let's set up a link to a website web page, okay? And the way we'll do that is we'll get ourselves a new spot. We already are in one there. And we'll go ahead and we'll click on to link. And we'll go now up at the top here. I'll type in something like find a hut on the beach. Okay? Something like that. Now we'll click onto the little internet icon, browsing icon there. Click that. It gets to our browser. Then what we'll do is we'll go and we'll type an address. I'll just type something in here. Okay. Oh, I typed that in wrong. Sorry about that. All right. So we want to get a hut on the beach. So we'll go through here. Whatever. Okay, so that's what we want to go to. So that's it. So then what we'll do is we'll click onto the heading here, right-click it, hit copy, right? We'll close that up. I don't need it anymore. And then in the address area here, we'll do a right-click in there, and we'll paste it. And there we go. Okay, so then I'll go ahead and hit OK. There we go. So now I can click onto that, and then it will start the browser up. I'll start up on my other screen there, but there it is. And we can go search for some new listings. Everything's so economically priced here. All right. Only $1.3 million for that one, huh? All right, so that's about it. All right, then that's how we do that. So I'll close that one up, and that's about it. Then once we've got them all in there, we can take these and we can kind of move their headings around. You can actually even go in there if you wanted to and add text, because you can go after it like this and type in something either after, well, I shouldn't say it like that, but we'll hit our enter key here. You could type in something there. What are we going to put in there? Some additional text, but that would let them know, or whoever was reading this, what that was. They could click onto it and boom, off it goes. All right, so hopefully this comes in handy. It's pretty straightforward stuff, and I hope you can use it. So I appreciate you watching the video. Take care.